So here I have this electronic board. It's for an exercise machine, and this is the charger circuit. It has a battery, and the issue with this is the micro USB port has broken off, and also some of the traces are gone as well. It has some ribbon cable connectors as well. Now, you don't need this glue on here. That was just so that the ribbon cables can't come out. But what you would do is you would insert the cable here with the black tab up. When the cable goes in, you would push this down. If you want, you can add a little bit of hot glue there just so that it doesn't slide out, but that's not required. So the same with this side as well. You don't need the glue anymore. You just stick the cable in there and then you push this black tab down, and that means that it's latched. We have to examine where the traces go, so let's look on the scope. So here I have it underneath the scope, and this little black indicator would be the negative part of the LED, so we're missing an LED here, and you can see the traces where they went before. They're actually ripped up. Now, usually the two middle ones, you have a data transmission going to these capacitors here. C5 and C6 will be going to the TX and RX, the data lines there. So you can see that this trace is actually broken off, but we can reroute. We just have to go from here to this data line, and also from here to this data line here. Then we will have VCC and Grounds. So my guess is this, I'll have to look at the schematics again for a USB-C, but we're going to have a ground. This will be to ground. If this connects to this plane here, this will be the ground plane, the big plane here. So it's probably from here to here is ground, and this will be positive VCC, which it does have a pad on there, but it's the most important for charging is this pin and this pin. This one is probably for the detect pin as well. We'll probably want to retrace that. So this is broken right here, and it goes to this. This is a resistor. We can use a resistor to figure out all that stuff. So, and I just Googled micro USB pin out, and you can see here's the positive VCC. You had the negative transmission line and the positive transmission line there, and then you have the C bus, which is the detect, is the blue one, and then you have the ground. So that's exactly what we are seeing on the board there as well. There's, if you just Google the pin out as well, it's a USB micro USB thing. So it's basically pin 1 is VCC, data line negative, data line positive, the ID or mode detect. Then we have ground right here, there. So 5 pins, and we'll need to resolder that guy on. Now I do have the old micro USB right here, and you can see actually the pads have come right off onto that there, and a replacement USB. I do have some new ones here. So now I need to get some tracing wire, and you can use a transformer, and the transformer has really thin wire, and this wire is great for trace work, is because if they have a special coating so that they don't short out in between each other there. And so if I do the continuity mode here, and I put on here. There's a coating so it doesn't short out. And each of these strands, if we pull it out, you can see the strands are basically razor blade. So you can see the LED there is working. Draws about 72 milliamps.